Welcome once again. Having an open house next door, and there's cars just piling in over there looking at Donnie's house. Today's short video, try to make it as short as I can, is going to be the cost of living in the villages, which there is no right answer to that question. Everybody keeps asking, how much does it cost to live in the villages? There is no right answer to that question. You might as well ask me is, how much do I need to retire? I have no idea how much you need to retire. But I'm going to tell you a few things that I know, and then you'll have to use your own lifestyle to answer the rest of the questions. Let me get on with the free golf. A guy was asking about free golf. Is the golf really free, and which courses are free? Well, the key word there is executive golf courses. Executive golf courses aren't necessarily free, but they're as free as they're going to get. All through the villages. If you're a resident and you have a resident card, because that's what you're going to show at the starter shack, you're going to show your resident card, then the only thing you have to pay, the golf is free, but you have to pay what they call a trail fee. That's for your golf cart to be on the golf cart trails. If you're a full-time resident, even a part-time for that matter, you can buy you can buy a 6-month or a year, but the deal's a year. It's like $142, $144 for a year. And that covers all your trail fees throughout all of the villages. Because as a resident, you can play any golf course, not necessarily one in your neighborhood or around your house. You can go anywhere in 3 counties and play any executive golf course for free, except for the trail fee that you have to either buy the yearly pass or pay it by the game. If you pay it by the game, then it's $4 every time you play golf with a golf cart. If you walk it and have a pull cart, let's say, then they're absolutely free. You don't pay anything. For a resident, that does not include your guest or a guest pass or anything like that. The courses we all have to pay is championship courses, or what they like to call country clubs. And as a village resident, you're automatically a member of all the country clubs, and I forget how many there are. It's all really insignificant. 13, 14 country clubs, something like that. And depending on how you are is what you're going to pay. If you are a priority member, which you can buy, you're going to pay less per round. And a priority member, especially in the wintertime, this is important in the wintertime when the crowds are here, you get priority tee times. And you, like I say, pay less. South of 466A, don't quote me on any of these prices, I'm just giving you a rough idea, but 18 holes is like $56 for a non-priority member. That's me. If you're a resident with a priority member, that 18 holes can cut all the way down to $36. Then you get priority tee times. The tee times on the championship courses go by waves. And for you golfers out there, you know what a wave is. So that's how they're done. You go north up there, say around Orange Blossom or Hacienda Country Club. They're cheaper up there. 18 holes in the wintertime may cost you, I'm going to take a guess here, $52. And 18 hole priority might pay $32, something like that. So that's the difference if you're a priority member. In the summertime, when the crowds are gone and the heat is on, then those country clubs changes all the rules. In other words, you can play 9 holes in the summer if you want. In the wintertime, you can, but it's so restrictive that it's not even worth messing with. You got to play 18 holes in the wintertime to get tee times and such. In the summertime, you can play 9, which for the heat and everything, sometimes that works out pretty good. But up there in the summertime, you can play 9 holes for like $12, $11. I've done it. Down here in the summertime, 9 holes will be, I don't know, I'm just taking a guess again, $20. It's more expensive down here because it's Probably because they paid more money for the property. I don't know. And 18 holes down here would be, say, $30. If you're a priority member, that 18 holes might only cost you $26. So you save money if you play a lot of championship golf. I don't. But if you do, you can save money. Now, also in that priority membership, that you have to figure also is that pays any and all trail fees for the year that you get it, the priority membership. So that's $140 some odd that I'm paying out of my pocket for the trail fee to play all the executive courses. That's included in the priority memberships. And the priority memberships comes one of a couple different ways. You can buy a 6-month priority membership. You can buy a 12-month priority membership. You can buy a, I believe it's called a household membership. That would be for you and your wife if your wife plays golf. And that take care of both of you. And I think a priority household membership is like $900 a year-ish. A single is like $600 and some a year. So you have to weigh the issues of how much you play and all that kind of thing. Cost of living. Where's my phone? I'm going to go through. The Villages has a post that they put out about the cost of living here. I'm going to go through them and then I'm going to argue about some of them. Contractual amenity fees. Everybody pays it. You don't have no choice. $145 a month. That's correct. Sewer, $60 a month. I'll assume that's close. This is based on a $250,000 house, is what this is based on. More expensive house, be more money. Water, $31. I'm not sure about that because there's 2 water bills. One for potable water, that's the water you drink, and another one for the water we use to water the grass. That's water from the retention ponds. I call them swamps because some of these retention ponds are huge and alligators live in them, so I call them a swamp. And that water's metered also. And my wife pays the bills, so I'll play dumb to this. We get 2 water bills, but I'm not sure how they actually come. But anyway, there's 2 water bills. So $31 don't sound right to me at all. Because I know that the water that you use to water your grass, it can be pricey in the summer. Average gas or an electric bill. Well, there's very little gas in Villages. There's some, but not that many. It's $148. I argue about that. I've got a $250,000 house, which is not a big deal here. It's just an average house. And I'm 1,668 square feet that's heated or air conditioned. And our electric bill here per month averages out about $100. That's everything. Electric stove, refrigerators, microwave, you name it. That's the air conditioner, all that. Well, actually, I think we got a heat pump here. So that's $100 is what I pay. So I think that's too high. Trash, $19. I'll take their word for it. Basic cable, $60. No. I have basic cable. You can't get basic cable. I don't even know why they got that on there. Anytime you call any of these places down here, Comcast or whoever, there's a bundle package. You say, I want basic cable, and they're constantly telling you that, well, it's cheaper if you get the package, cheaper if you get the package. I didn't want the package, but I've got the package. And it's phone, internet, and basic cable. And I've got mine through Spectrum. It once was Bright House. In Spectrum, I am fixing to cut them because they're crazy. And my basic cable now is over $200 a month. I have no priority channels at all. And it's over $200 a month, and I think that's crazy. $200 a month to watch, you know, what do I watch? I want 3 or 4 or 5 maybe different channels. The rest of them I'm getting, I don't watch them. So I'm crazy. I'm not going to pay $200 a month. We got things like Fire Stick and Roku and some other stuff. I've got Fire Stick on all my TVs now. I've been playing with it. I think I can get along without cable. I do need good internet. But other than that, I'm fixing to cut cable. Insurance, $100 a month. I don't think I'm paying that much, and I've got replacement value too. I'm thinking, and I have to talk to my wife really about this because I could be totally incorrect. I could be clueless. I could be in the dark, which I am most of the time. I'm thinking our house insurance was around $700 a year, and because we get discounts. We've had them for a long time, multiple car discounts, over 65 discount, you know what I mean. So we get a lot of discounts. So I don't know how they figured that, but that could be close. I don't know. Like I said before, $1 million house you're not going to get insurance for $100 a month, but for an average house like I got, that could be close. Average taxes $239. Now there again, do you have your exemptions in place? You know, homestead exemption, military exemption, disability exemption, over 65 exemption. You get all that, and it comes down significantly. We've got ours in place, and I don't really know what I'm paying. I think my wife told me, because you pay them early. That's another thing that's tricky down here. Up north, you had taxes twice a year, May and November. Spring taxes, fall taxes, that's what we called it. Here, you got to pay it by the year. And it starts, I believe, in November, all the way up through, I want to say March, maybe even April. November's the cheapest you'll pay it. If you pay it in November, you get this real cheap rate. In December, it's a little more. January's a little more. And then the most you'll pay, or I'll say top rate, is that last month, which I think is March. We pay ours in November, and I think we're paying something like $1,800 some a year is what we're paying. Development District Assessment, $191. I got to play dumb to that one. I don't even know what that is. Development District Assessment. And they're making it sound like that's a monthly bill, $191 a month. You know, maybe I am paying that, but it's called something else, like maybe, I don't know. I'll have to check that one out myself, ask my wife, I don't know. But anyway, their total monthly got you $993.17 a month. I'm going to call bullshit on that. What they're not figuring in there is no house payment. I think most people here pay cash for their house, and they don't have a house payment, and that's great. So if you come down I'm planning on having a house payment, or a small house payment, or whatever for tax reasons, whatever your reasons are, figure that in, because that's not in there. Your cell phone. To me, that's another significant tax bill that we pay every month that, be honest with you, I'm sick of paying it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm sick of paying it. Our cell bill's like $200 a month for a couple of smartphones, and I'm not sure how smart they are, really. Do I really need them? I mean, I sit around and I watch people at restaurants and what they're doing all the time, and I don't want to be one of them people. I really don't. I don't want to be the guy, you know, in a restaurant doing this, and his wife's over on the other side of the table and doing this. They can't put the things down. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy in a movie theater, have my phone set on vibrate because I can't stand to shut it off. And in a movie theater, you see that guy all the time. I have never been in a movie theater where I haven't seen this guy or girl. They got to pull that thing out because it vibrated and it lights up everywhere. And they got to get on there and they got to send a text message back to somebody because, oh my God, God help them if they forget that text, right? They're doing that. I don't want to be that guy. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but $200 a month, if you pay it and you want to pay it, you got to figure that in. Eating out. Now, you might not think that's a big deal, but I know people here that when he retired, she retired. And when she retired, she said she wasn't cooking anymore, or he said he wasn't cooking anymore. And they eat out all the time. They never cook at home. They're eating out 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I know these people are spending, and I don't know where they eat. You know, I know you can eat cheap, but I'm going to say they're spending $300 to $500 a month eating out. You got to figure that in there. Entertainment costs. Everything in the villages ain't free. There's a lot of our amenity fees does pay for a lot. But if you, like say you'd like to go to the theaters, or Sharon Moore's Theater, you know, tickets there can cost as much as $125 per person to see a major show. You can get cheaper seats too, don't get me wrong, there's cheaper seats. But I mean, if you like to do that a lot, you better figure that in. Movie theaters aren't free. Popcorn to movie theaters definitely isn't free. Traveling, if you want to travel a lot, Maybe you're lucky and got $500,000 in the bank to play with. But if you're living kind of on a budget, maybe not, not paycheck to paycheck, but I mean, you know what I mean. If you just got kind of watch what you're spending. If you want to travel a little bit, you better figure that in. So they're just things to do. And here's another one nobody ever thinks about for the monthly cost, and it's not on there: landscaping. You're going to do it in some form or fashion. You're going to be doing it. If you don't intend to mow your own yard, you're going to hire somebody to mow that yard. It's not expensive. You can hire just about anybody anywhere to mow your yard, unless you've got an extremely difficult yard or a very large yard. The average cost per month to mow a yard and to edge it is $40. That's what it costs. Not a big deal, not a breaker. But if you've got a lot of bushes, trees, palm trees need trimmed just like any other tree. Bushes need trimmed. Those kinds of things. And you're going to hire somebody to do that for you, that's more. If you're going to hire somebody to trim your hedges, like a privacy hedge between you and a neighbor, that's more. Because not only do they trim them, they clean everything up and haul it away. If you need somebody to come and take care of your yard sprinklers, make sure they're cleaned out, make sure that they're pointed the right direction, make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to be. That's going to cost you. You need somebody to come in and change your filters in your furnace twice a year, every 6 months. That's going to cost you. The air conditioner is once a year. They come in and service it once a year. That's going to cost you. So just remember all these things. Getting the carpet steam cleaned, yanking carpet out and putting in a new flooring of some kind, getting your driveway decorated. These things cost. Getting your yard fertilized. You have to have your lawn treated for insects. The major insect that kills lawns around here is a mole cricket. And I thought they were joshing me when I first moved here, but no, there's such a thing as a mole cricket, and it will kill your yard. So you have to have it treated for mole crickets. I treat my own. I go to Lowe's. I'm still healthy. I pretty much do all this myself, and I do it myself. But today's going to come. At my age, it's going to get here. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to start hiring people to do the heavy stuff, especially during the summer months when it's 90 degrees outside. I'm just going to have to. But just keep all this in mind. The painting of the house, if you want to paint the rooms, all this stuff costs. Put that in your monthly budget, because this $993 ain't going to touch it. So anyway, I just keep it as short as I can. I just wanted to throw that at you. Just something to think about. There's no right answer for how much does it cost to live in the villages. You can ask 50 people, and they're going to get 50 different answers. So use your own mathematics, use your own lifestyle of what you want to do, and please don't cut your lifestyle. If you have to cut your lifestyle where really you're not enjoying your retirement anymore like you really wanted to, then either you need to buy a cheaper house, or you need to go to another retirement community that doesn't have the fees that we have, and there are a few around, and because there's nothing worse than to have to go through your retirement and not. Why would you want to be in a house and give up traveling if that's really what you want to do is travel? Why would you want to do that? I wouldn't want to do that. Just live comfortably and enjoy your lifestyle, whatever it is. And if you decide to come to the villages, have a great time. And in the meantime, I think I got to get out of here. It looks like it's getting ready to rain outside. So until then, I guess I'll see you on the other side.